So about an hour ago, we got a report of an accident at this location. The call initially just came out as a normal vehicle accident between a tractor trailer and a van. But once the first unit got on scene, which is just down the street there, Engine 8, they advised that they needed some assistance, that they had people trapped inside. The driver of the vehicle, actually, of the tractor trailer, was able to get out on his own and walk away from the crash, which is amazing when you look at the damage to his tractor trailer. The white van that was involved had 4 people inside. All of those patients were transported to the hospital, the most critical one being the driver that was still entrapped when we got to the location. So that was our priority when we got here. 3 of the other occupants we were able to assist out and get out on their own, but the driver was still trapped inside. That caused one of our truck units to come to the scene and a full assignment to this location for us to get the door open and get that patient, a female, out of the car that was severely crushed from the accident of them 2 colliding. Fortunately, we were able to get her out in a decent amount of time, as quickly as possible. And as I said, all 5 people involved with the accident were transported to Grady Hospital. 4 were in the van, and then 1 person was in the tractor trailer that was overturned.
So what happened?
So preliminary, APD is investigating the accident, but it just appears that these 2 came to the intersection. The truck tried to avoid the van, and in doing so, it swung around and ended up on its side, as you see behind me.
Is there any citations?
That's going to be up to APD. I think it's a little bit too early. They're going to investigate it, obviously. As of right now, I do not know of any citations, but it's still pretty early in their investigation.
What are the biggest challenges with the extrication?
Some of the challenges with the extrication are going to be access to the vehicle, and if the vehicle is on its side or if it's on upside down or anything, is making sure, number one, that you stabilize the person. You get someone in there to start treating the patient while you're working on it, because you can't waste time while you're doing that. And then also just getting the person out of the vehicle as quickly as possible. One of the other issues that we had here was that the tractor trailer behind me was also leaking diesel fuel and oil. So we had to have firefighters make sure that we watch that to keep that in check, just in case any sparks or anything were coming from that. So that was another concern for us.
And the other thing too, one of your fellow firefighters said that the truck was carrying sand, it looks like.
That's correct.
And did it help soak up some of that diesel fuel?
Not necessarily. I mean, it was carrying sand, so I'm sure that contributed to the heavy load of it turning over. But it kind of did help, because the angle of where the truck is and the street is downhill, so anything that would run off would have actually run into the sand. So it did help in some cases. If it was a larger leak or a more severe leak, that sand from where it turned over would have actually prevented from going down the street. So yes, he's correct.
Do you know how much sand he was carrying, how many pounds?
I do not know.